I've been helping people with negative entity attachment issues for a few years now. And during that time, I've noticed some patterns and some categories. And so I've actually created 3 different categories of negative entity experience. And there's another video that you can take a look at where I highlight each of those 3 categories. And in this video, I want to go into more detail on one particular one, which I call the elusive. So let's go ahead and get started. The elusive category of negative entity attachments is the most dominant category. It takes up at least 80% of the people that come to me. In this category, the symptoms are wild and all over the place. You can watch my other video that goes into more detail about what the symptoms are. But in general, there is no consistency to it. Some will be able to hear the entity speaking in their minds. Others won't hear anything at all. Some will have trouble concentrating, they'll have brain fog or poor memory. Some will have physical pain. They'll be waking up in the middle of the night with sleep paralysis. There's so many different things that can happen in this particular category. So what do we know about all of this? Well, the first thing to know is that if you're in this category, you can feel a little bit better because this is the easiest to solve. The people who come through my program that fit into this category will go from a category 10 of suffering, 10, the worst possible suffering that they can imagine. And at the end, they're at a 1 or a 0 or maybe a 2 because we've made so much improvements in their lives all across the board. I do activations that will help with this process, but in many cases, they just come back. And this will occur if you go to a shaman or a light worker and they'll tell you, okay, I've done the clearing activation, you should be good to go. But then a week later, a day later, even an hour later, the entity returns. That's because there's more that you can do. And I focus on the individual. I don't focus on the entity. I say it all the time. It's about you. It's not about the entity or the implant or the curse or whatever it is that you're experiencing. It's about you. So in this video, what I'd like to go ahead and do is provide a removal activation. Like I said, this is a powerful activation. However, if you have an entity that likes to come back, then you probably will still see it come back. And that's because there's more that you need to do in order to get rid of it. And if you're interested, you can click on any of the links below, including setting up a call with me, and we can talk about ways that we can work together to resolve this problem for you. And the thing is, I'm teaching you how to do it. It's not me saving you. I'm teaching you how to fish rather than giving you one. Okay, so let's go ahead, close your eyes, take a nice big deep breath, and relax as you exhale. Feel yourself sinking into your chair. And this activation is quick and easy. We're going to clear any negative entity attachments that are attached to you at this moment. And I'm simply going to say breath in. When I do, you're going to take a nice big deep breath. You're going to hold it at the top and you're going to wait for me to make a loud and explosive sound. And then you can exhale. Removing, clearing negative entities from anybody who's watching or listening. Breath in. Good. Okay. That's all there is to it. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thanks so much for participating in that activation. If you click on a link below, you can also download a free activation. This will activate your halo chakra, which will offer a little bit extra protection against that negative entity returning to you. But if it does, like I said, please feel free to reach out. This is what I do, and this is how I help people. So thank you so much again for watching this video. Please leave a comment below. Ask me any question you might want to. You can even ask me if you have an entity, and I'd be happy to respond and let you know what my guides tell me. And I definitely recommend that you check out many of my other negative entity videos, including the one that describes the categories, which I've linked above, as well as more videos about those particular categories just like this one, and other steps and tricks and approaches that you can take to remove negative entity attachments from your life for good. I love you unconditionally, and I'll see you in the next video.